G'day everybody, it's Kim here from Kim's Homestead with you out in the garden once more. Well, I've had the watering system all installed. It took 3 days. I didn't film any of the installation. A lot of it you couldn't really see very well. And it was just a lot of fiddling around, but I will show you the after effects basically. It's a B-Hyve watering system. It is controlled through an app on my phone. So pretty much I can be anywhere and I can control all the watering system on my phone, and I can have it turning on and off at all different times and stages, and it's really very good. I can have it going in all different zones. So, you know, if I'm away somewhere and it's going to be 45 degrees here, I can put the watering system on for however long that I want and however often that I want, and give the garden a really good water. And I don't have to worry about trying to get somebody to come in on really hot days and water my garden for me, hoping that it's not going to be dead by the time I get back. Or if I'm home and it's just too hot for me to go out and water, I will just turn it on by my phone and the garden's getting watered and I don't have to worry about it. It was expensive, but it was worth it. Now that I'm getting much older and not able to withstand the temperatures as much as I do, as much as there is, it's much easier for me. So I decided to go the more expensive route and have it really set up by a professional. And if you're in the St. Rasia area, David Evans is his name, and I will try and leave a link down below in the description of where you can contact him and get him to also install this particular watering system. It's really good, highly recommended. So I've been to Bunnings and I've picked up a couple more punnets of petunias, and I thought we would put together some nice hanging baskets to go around the place. No, they will not be on the watering system, so those particular ones I will have to water by hand. And I'll be adding, because it's a very new garden and it's all new with the compost and potting mix and all that, it doesn't have a lot of trace minerals and it doesn't have a lot of trace minerals and fertilizers in the soil, because I haven't built up that biomass in the soil yet. So I'll also be adding some of that to the system. And I've also picked up some couple of bags of sugarcane mulch. So I'll be starting to mulch the gardens and getting it ready for the warmer weather. So why don't you come along with me, and I think we'll start by adding the trace minerals and the fertilizer first. let's go now. Let's go. So for the fertiliser, what I have is this new Trog. It's a biological fertiliser for veggies, fruit and citrus. So it's basically an all-round fertiliser. I can't see the NPK for it. Oh yeah, here we go. As you see, I've had it for a little while. I think I bought it just before I moved for the other garden, but I never got to use it. So NPK is 733 by the look of it, and it has quite a lot of other things as well. There's potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, zinc, copper, manganese, molybdenum, boron, humic acid and organic carbon. So pretty well all-rounder. Plus I've got this container of trace elements I bought some time ago. So I'll be putting a little bit of this around as well. So I thought I would show you the watering system before I started putting on any mulch. So we come to this end pot, and he's got the circle around my zucchinis there. Comes down, it's got a tap on it so I can turn it off at any time, and each one of them has a tap that I can turn off if the bed's being reworked, emptied, or I just don't want it watered. See, once again, a tap. And then we come over to the next set. All along. So I don't have to worry about my carrots drying out anymore. And in the seed house, he's put in a fine mister watering spray up the top there, and it gets all over all of my little seedling starts. Does a really good job of watering them all twice a day, or whenever I want. Okay, so we'll go back here. All along my tomato trellis, and as you see, I've got my tomato trellising system up and ready for tomatoes. In here, all along in here. Yes, I've got a few lettuces in there at the moment. They'll be basically just a quick crop. I'll be picking them before my tomatoes are fully ripened up and in the way. Now I didn't do the potatoes because they will be removed when the potatoes are done. Those I can water by hand. He also did the garden bed around the tree, so I don't have to worry about my bulbs anymore. And these front beds, the flower gardens are all done. My corn will get automatically watered, so it's starting to grow really well. And yesterday I just planted a bean, a blue lake climbing bean at the base of each corn stalk. And my garden bed, my in-ground garden bed here, we didn't do these ones because these are all self-watering pots. But there's the watering junction. That's where all the solenoids are. Now it also travels out to the garden out the front, and it waters my it's on the watering system as well, so all my garden beds and lawns out the front get automatically watered as well. Now out at the side back of the house, he pulled up each of these large pavers. And this here is the junction box, or the electrical where the Wi-Fi thingy goes through. So that goes down, and he relayed all the pavers. And in the cat cage, cats have a nice big watering system. Now that will never run out of water, so it's nice and big. It's also on its own tap, so that I can clean it out whenever I need to. So the cats have lovely cool water out here all the time, just in case they get locked out of the house. But they also have another container in their cage that I fill with water, just in case this gets a bit warm during summertime. They also have another one in their cage where it stays cool, it's under shade all the time. So they never have to worry. Plus they've got one inside, but just in case they're ever locked outside, they have one in the cat cage that's under shade. Not that I would leave the cats at home on their own if I ever go away. That would never be happening. But you never know. One day that flat thingy that goes from outside to inside may get stuck and they can't get in to get a drink. or they can't get out. Whew. So these are all under wicking system. Oh, the end one there, he also put under the sprinkler system because that wasn't under wicking as well. So everything except for the pots that I've got to water, which are not full-time, they're mainly part-time. Everything's got access to water automatically, which is great. Takes a load off my mind, I can tell you that. So now I never have to worry about it being watered, or it's too bloody hot to go outside, or too freezing cold to go out and turn the taps off, or adjust the watering system like this, you know, because they never have the writing big enough for us oldies, or it's never simple enough to just turn the darn thing off and reprogram it. I mean, you know, the computers weren't around until I was in my adult years, mid-adult years actually, before I could afford a computer, because they were very, very expensive. I remember the old Commodore 64s when they came out. My God. You had to just about program the thing every time you wanted to log on to it. No. Anyway, when you used to play, what was it, tennis and Pac-Man. Now that'll tell you how old I am. Anyway, so now it's time to start putting around some of the mulch. So for this, I'm just going to set you up with the camera, and I'll probably fast forward a lot of it because I'm very, very slow. So you'll see me just tooting around the garden, just spreading mulch. And I'll be back when it's all done. These ones are quite a large pallet. Well, it was only now that I realised I haven't closed off this particular video. So it was a pretty windy day, and it wasn't much good talking to you out in the garden because you probably wouldn't have heard me anyway. So I thought I would just play a little nice music and let you enjoy the garden, the beautiful day that it was, and just being out there with nature. It was great. So this is where I'm going to close this video. I do have a part 2 coming up, and that will be potting up a large hanging basket for the cat cage, and yeah, so that will be part 2 of this particular video. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. That would help my channel out tremendously. All right, well, that's it from me for this particular time, and I will catch you again very shortly. Bye, guys.